So lots of people are always curious about the food and beverage you can have on the Walt Disney World Marathon course. Um, Really, for most people, your first opportunity for this is going to be in Animal Kingdom. You're going to come in right by the Harambe Market area, across the train tracks in Africa in Animal Kingdom. Now, depending on when you get here, the park may not be open, so you may not have any opportunity here. However, most people are coming through here when the park is already open. So, obviously, the Harambe Market would be an option, but probably not open yet because that's usually lunch food. As we run through the pathway here towards Asia, your next option would be stuff in Asia, whether it be Yak and Yeti, which again, more lunch food, so you may not be open by the time you're coming through here, or Drinkawala, which is a kind of a snack stand, and I'll go through that in a second and what is available there. This stand will open up at 8 o'clock, so plenty of opportunity there as long as you're in the park after 8 o'clock. Here is what you are able to get there in terms of drinks, snacks. They don't really have anything that probably would be good for a race. It's like roasted almonds and stuff like that. Probably not a mid-race thing. Your next best option is going to be Thirsty River Bar. This is usually where I stop in Animal Kingdom if I'm going to stop. But I'll do it after I ride Everest. So I'll go ride Everest, then backtrack to Thirsty River to get a beverage. They'll have beers and popcorn and other snacks there. I'll show you the menu here in a second. So plenty of beers to take part in. Usually just go with something simple like a Bud Light, so I'm not too crazy during the race. Also, plenty of other specialty cocktails and a Mickey pretzel, as you can see here. However, specialty cocktail may not be the best idea at mile 18 of a marathon, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Your next option will be closer to mile 23, 4-ish when we hit Hollywood Studios. Not a ton of options because we're not in Hollywood Studios very long. There's a Joffrey stand right outside Tower of Terror, so you could get coffee if you wanted, and probably there's some snacks there. They don't list all the menu items necessarily online. When we go up a portion of Sunset Boulevard, you could get ice cream at Hollywood Scoops, I guess, if you wanted. And then there's some quick services, but again, depending on timing, some of those things only open for lunch, so you may not be able to get those. Rosie's on Sunset Boulevard would be the one to open up earliest at 10 a.m. For some options there if you so choose. Your next best bet is going to be at the boardwalk. Obviously, there's plenty of things on the boardwalk, like sit-down restaurants and stuff, but they also have like the margarita stand, the corn dog stand. Those things may or may not be open at this point because you're right on the race course. Sometimes they delay openings for these things due to the race, so you kind of gotta, play it by ear and just hope that something's open. I'm sure something will be open, but it really depends on staffing and stuff like that and what they decide to do. Close-up of what's available. The Boardwalk Deli most surely should be open because that's the main quick service for the entire resort, so that will be open. So you could go in there, some simple items in there. Usually they have a couple beers too in there, so that is an option. Your next best bet would then be Epcot, which is the kind of the final stretch. We're going to come in between the United Kingdom and Canada, right along World Show Place there. So you can stop in the United Kingdom and get something, or stop in Canada. Plenty of options there as before we head into World Celebration. UK, for example, you have the Beer Cart and Rose and Crown. Probably your two best main options in the UK. A little bit off course, of course, since you have to go, when the course goes left as you're coming into Epcot, and you have to go right in order to get to those. But plenty of people do stop there to grab a beer on the way out. This is your best option in Canada. There's a beer cart that will have a couple beers and the Ottawa Apple as options. They also have maple popcorn if you're looking for a snack. But again, I don't know if that would sit well at mile 25 of a marathon. But hey, you do you. The refreshment port is along the course as well. This is a pretty limited menu. I believe for like beer, they only have Bud Light. There's really not a whole lot there, but, and again, another option right along the course as you're leaving Canada. Then we run through the center of World Celebration. Before you reach Creation Shop on that right-hand side, the little blue kind of rectangle here, that is a snack stand. They usually have they don't have their menu listed online or a time for when they will open, but that hopefully would be open. And they have popcorn, maybe a couple other snacks, and usually a beer or two as well there. Your kind of last and final options as you're heading out to the exit, as we're going to exit by between Mission Space and Test Track. But you have a Joffrey stand on the top there, where before in front of Guardians, so you can get, they have usually some donuts and stuff there that you could get, plus obviously coffee. And then there's also a snack stand across from that on the other side, on the Club Cool side, on the left of the screen. They usually have some beers, usually Bud Light, simple stuff. They're nothing crazy here. It's just the general kind of things you can find all around property that will be there. But those are kind of your two final options before you leave the park and go to the finish. My final bit of advice would be find some friends that are cheering and have them get the drink for you, so then you don't have to do all the hard work, since you're already doing a lot of hard work running a marathon. Thankfully, I have friends like that will get me a beverage to cross the finish line with, just like I did here last year and several years prior. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful for you to find your finish line snack or beverage, just giving you some options for your Walt Disney World Marathon in 2026.